confirmed a few months ago. One of the questions he was asked is, what's the biggest challenge to modernization in the Department of Defense? His response, I think, is quite telling. Artificial intelligence. Because he thinks it's going to change the character of warfare. And that we have to master it if we're going to dominate the battlefield of the future. So the Joint AI Center, where did it come from? It has its roots in the National Defense Strategy. I won't bore you with all the tenets of the National Defense Strategy, just to say that it calls out the emerging technology, particularly data analytics, artificial intelligence, things that we have to do to keep our competitive edge. Last February, the White House got on board and released an executive order for maintaining America's leadership in artificial intelligence. And that document really addressed not only the national security aspects of artificial intelligence, but also the economic implications. And the day following, we synchronized this, of course. We released the DoD AI strategy that really talks about how we're going to accelerate the adoption of AI in the DoD. And it also points to the JAIC as the focal point of that effort. So JAIC was stood up last September. I've been with the JAIC since that time. When I joined, it was about 9-10 people. We are now sitting at about 120 people. And you can see the graph over here shows you how quickly we have grown. Of course, we have all the challenges of rapid growth that you can expect. But we're really trying to get after it, and we're trying to get after it fast. So, the Joint Artificial Intelligence Center. So we put together a real easy to understand slide to help you understand what we do. Let me start with the warfighter. That's where we're trying to get to, off to the right of the screen. But we start by identifying mission needs. This is no different than many of your startups. You guys working in major corporations, identify what the need is and then figure out how you're going to address it. We have, in the middle here, we have what we call the AI pipeline. We identify projects based on the mission needs and then push it through data selection, data conditioning, training, testing, production, eventually getting over to the warfighter. But there's some things along the way that that the JAIC helps to make all this work. First is the foundation down here. This foundation is both metaphoric and real. So we've stood up a joint common foundation, which is really a DevSecOps environment that will allow, when it's fully up right now, we're running on a beta, it will allow any company, any organization in the DoD to come to a secure environment, host their data there so they can secure their data, not have to worry about it filtering into unsecured networks. And it gives the DoD the ability to do decentralized development. I'm just going to cancel that. Hopefully that doesn't shut everything down. The top of the slide talks about partnerships. And there's a lot of stakeholders. And the reason I'm here today is to build partnerships. We have partnerships with industry, startups, non-traditionals, academia, and other organizations in the Department of Defense, plus international partners. So for the DoD, we have a wide aperture for all of our partnerships that we have to focus on. And all that supports this pipeline, because